What is going on? So today I'm actually coming to you not from an epic campsite, and this is not going to be a crazy adventure today, but I'm actually still at my parents' house. If you watched my last episode, you saw that I've been traveling from Maryland to Texas. I've just been here for the last week, kind of regrouping and doing some prep for Burning Man, which is coming up here in a few weeks. So it's been really good just kind of catching up with family, just taking it easy for a while. You'll find that if you're on the road all the time, sometimes it's nice to just sit in one spot and just be able to regroup. So that's what I've been doing this week. And today I'm just going to kind of take you along. I've got some prep to do. I've got to get this van packed up because tomorrow I have to go pick up my daughter from the airport, and we're going to go down to southern Texas, which is where she lives. So today, really, I only have a couple of things that I really need to do. One is getting some sort of container for a new addition to the van, which I'll show you here in just a minute. And two, I have to try out a new toy, and I am very excited about it. So I'll take you along for that. Matter of fact, let me just show you. So here's where I've been parked for the past week. Let's go take a look at my new toy here. And there she is. Just got a generator here. Basically what that's for is to kind of supplement my power when I'm at Burning Man. I can boondock in my van for like 3 or 4 days with plenty of battery power and ideal temperatures. But since Burning Man is going to be super hot, I wanted to make sure that I had enough power to last through the event. I did some testing the other day. It seems to work really well. This generator recommends a break-in period of about 8 hours, so I ran it for about 8 hours the other day. Then I went ahead and drained the oil, but I need to go get some more oil to refill it, so I'm gonna go do that today. Since this is gonna be inside my van, I'd like to have a container to put it in. Like, I don't think anything's gonna leak, but just in case, I'd rather have something to set it in, so I'm gonna go get something for that. You guys have seen this, but this is my bike. So that'll be coming with me to Burning Man. Oh, so many wasps. So this is all the stuff I've got. If you're new here, part of this is my son's stuff. So I'm moving him into college as well. So I brought all this stuff from Maryland. So I got to repack all this in my van. Some of this is Burning Man prep, like this here. Just some filters that I can cut to fit in my windows, prevent the dust from coming in. I've got this to shade the van basically. So I bought a couple of these down here. The thought is I want to be able to drape these around the side of my van and stake them into the ground to prevent the sun from baking the sides. We'll see how it works. Also got some heavy duty stakes. So here is my newest toy. A company called Uditer sent this over. So it's a electric skateboard. I haven't ridden a skateboard since I was probably, I don't know, 13 or 14 years old. I've done a little bit of testing on it. It's a lot of fun, but I want to take it somewhere better to ride. All right, let's turn off the AC before we drive. Like everything else is off. Oh yeah, I made a sign so I don't do something dumb again. Unplug shore power. If you followed along, you saw that on my way down here, I had to stop by my van's manufacturer headquarters because when I was up in Maine, I drove off with my shore power connected. Cannot believe I did that. And my parents have shore power here, which is nice because it's been hot in Texas. So I have unlimited AC, which is really nice. All right, unplug this shore power here. Now we're ready to go. If you've been watching the channel, you're probably seeing this for the first time. I have my desk set up. This is actually a new desk topper. This isn't the stock model that came with the van, and it kind of folds here, which is kind of nice. It can actually swivel up to the front. It can stay back here, and I plan on leaving this up all the time, but this is actually the first time I've even driven with it up, so we'll see how it goes. Hopefully I remember to put this note out every time I use my shore power. First off, need to find some sort of plastic container or something I can carry that generator in. Let's roll. Here we go, just need to find the right size. This one should work. So the generator won't fit in it with the lid on, but my hope is that it'll fit in here, so at least if there's any leakage or anything, which I don't think there is, but I've never owned a generator before, so this is just an extra precaution. But I'll store it in here, and then the stand-up paddleboard, I'm gonna leave it at my daughter's house because I don't use it enough to justify the space, so this will go back there somewhere. For my next stop, I had mentioned earlier that I changed the oil in the generator. I didn't actually completely change the oil, I just emptied the oil that was in there. That's what the instruction manual said to do after 8 hours of running, so I need to go buy some oil from Walmart, and then I'm gonna go test this Uditer board that I'm super excited about. Oh yeah, forgot to mention, I bought oil for it the other day, got it home and looked in the manual. This is not the right type. Apparently it needs 5W30 and I bought 10W30. And you can use this under certain temperatures, but at Burning Man, I'd rather go with the full synthetic because that's when the generator can operate at a range of temperatures according to the manual. And I never try to take back oil, even though I haven't opened it, so hopefully Walmart will let me take it back and exchange it. This should do. Yes, I'm trying to do an exchange, if this is even possible. Now it's time to go test this Uditer skateboard. I'm pretty excited about it. Hopefully I don't fall and bust my butt. Sometimes when I'm filming, I forget things. And I forgot the skateboard here at my parents' house. I set it out and everything so I wouldn't forget. Luckily this is a super small town and it's pretty much on the way anyway. Now we're ready to go. I wanted to test this desk. That's super nice to have all this extra room. It'll be nice for road trips. Round 2. So you may be wondering, why am I, a total newbie, reviewing a electric skateboard? Well, it's something I've actually been thinking about getting because whenever I'm coming into towns, it's nice to have ways to get around where I can just park my van and then have a secondary form of transportation. Normally that's been my bike, but even with the bike, you know, I have to unstrap it from the rack back there, and I was thinking this would be just so much easier just to throw the skateboard on the ground and go. But I am not proficient, so this is going to be a practice run. Hopefully I do not fall, but it's definitely a possibility. I've only ridden it a couple of times. Both times were not in a good space, so this should be a better space for riding. That looks like a good sidewalk over there. Get up close to the fence so my van's rear end is not hanging out in the road. All right, I think this table's gonna do nice. This right here is the Uditer S3 Mini. Big thanks to Uditer for sending this out. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with it. It's gonna definitely help me get around town. So this skateboard is pretty lightweight, compact, and pretty powerful. This thing weighs in at just 14 pounds, measures around 30 inches long, and this board is built to go wherever you do. You can toss it in the trunk, or in my case, in the back of the van. It's super portable, and that's what I really like about it, especially living in my van full time. But don't let the size fool you. It's a 600 watt hub motor, pushes this thing to a top speed of 28 miles an hour. And it's handled the limited testing I've done like a champ. The battery system is awesome. You get a 12-mile range on one charge, but the best part, it's swappable, so you can swap this battery out. So the deck is made from 2 layers of bamboo and 5 layers of Canadian maple. So you're riding on 105mm wheels, and I'm telling you, I've taken this over some bumps. Coming from a beginner, takes the bumps surprisingly well. I was a little bit nervous about riding over some things, but so far so good. It's handled it like a champ. So if you want to turn it on, all you gotta do is hit the on button here, and then you turn your remote on, and you can see it's already synced up. And if you want to go forward, you just toggle this scroll dial forward, and you can see it's starting to move a little bit. And if you want to brake, you just press back. I'm in speed 1 right now, but you can go speed 2, 3, and 4. But for me, being a beginner, I hadn't taken it out of speed 1, and that's where I'll keep it for now until I feel a little bit more comfortable on the board. Let's take this thing out and ride it around, see how it performs. And since I am a total beginner, I am gonna wear a helmet, and I probably should be wearing knee pads and elbow pads, but I don't have any of that, so this will have to do. Yeah, we're gonna take it nice and slow. So far the board feels super stable. I've heard of something called speed wobbles. I'm not getting any of that. Of course, I'm not going very fast, so handling the bumps in the concrete pretty well. Definitely feels good. So far so good. Just checked the brakes. They work really well. You just press back a little bit on the control, but overall, super smooth ride. Yeah, I am super excited to keep practicing on this. This is going to be a game changer. Whenever I'm stealth camping in towns and just need a quick way to get around, I think this is gonna do very nicely. And I haven't even fallen off the board yet. That's a good thing. All right, I've been riding for a while, feeling a lot more comfortable out here, but it is super hot, so I'm gonna get back to the van. It is hot out there. So at the end of the day, this Uditer S3 Mini checks a lot of boxes. And ultimately for me, it's the portability. I think I'm gonna be using this a lot more once I feel a little bit more proficient on it. So big thanks to Uditer for sending this my way. If you're interested in one of these boards, I'm gonna leave a link in the description below. I highly recommend this board based upon the time I've spent with it, which is not a lot yet. I'm sure there'll be more to come as I continue to use it and get more comfortable. Now back to your regular programming. Now that I finished playing on my toy, I need to get back to my parents' house so that way I can get this van packed up and get ready to get on the road tomorrow to go pick up my daughter from the airport. And my rear door isn't shut. Riding that skateboard is pretty fun, actually. I really enjoyed it. But now it's time to get back to my parents' house. I gotta get this van packed up, ready to go for tomorrow so I can go pick up my daughter, and I need to eat. I'm starving. If you're curious why I'm picking up my daughter from the airport, she flew back to Maryland to visit her mom. I'm just gonna pick her up in DFW tomorrow, and then we're gonna drive back to her house, which is further south in Texas. right, we're back. I have to scoot up very close to make sure I have enough room to plug into their shore power. That should be good. And since it's hot in Texas, I'm gonna put up my window covers, plug in the shore power, and then I gotta start getting this van loaded down. Time to get everything out of my parents' shop, bring it here to the porch so I can organize, and then get it loaded up in the van. One last thing. And then I just gotta get my bike, and that should be everything. Now I just have to figure out how to fit all of this in the back of that. Gotta make sure my generator will actually fit in this tub, which I think it will. Oh, it's a tight fit, but it works. So I'm going to wrap this in like a contractor grade thick trash bag to try to mitigate any smells, but I think that's gonna work fine. In order to cram all this in here, I'm gonna have to put my bed down in the van so that way I can use 2 levels to store things and get that done and then start getting everything in the van. So if you're new here, I normally sleep on the bed that's right here, right under the camera, but I have a bed in the back, but I don't use it. It'll be nice for Burning Man because my daughter will be able to stay up there and I'll be able to stay down here and we'll both have our own space. And hopefully I'll be able to cram all my son's college stuff up here. I'm gonna slide the generator under here. Hopefully there's room, we'll see. Looks like everything fit in there nicely. I'll put the generator down there and I'll use these straps to kind of wrap around everything, make sure it doesn't slide forward. Final step is to ratchet all this down. See if I can climb under here and get the other side. There we go. Tighten this up just a little bit more. That should hold everything. Everything's packed up, ready to go. I don't really have anything else on the agenda except to hang out with the fam, get a shower, eat dinner, and then go to bed. And then we'll get up in the morning, go pick up my daughter from the airport. But I'll check in with you guys later. It's been several hours since my last update. Just been kind of visiting with family. Now I'm retiring to the van for the evening. I got everything kind of packed up here. So everything off the porch is clean. Got my bike ready, got the generator in there. Look at that sunset. Beautiful. All right, so really the only thing I gotta do in the morning is unplug my shore power. Don't wanna forget that again. And drive to Dallas to pick up my daughter. Got the iPad set up, gonna watch a movie tonight. Morning. Oh, I've been up for just a minute, but it's time to get ready. This is gonna be a different morning routine because I am in my parents' driveway, so pretty sure they have a pot of coffee in there. So I'm gonna go grab a cup and then get everything packed up and head over to the airport. Cheers. So if you've been following my journey, you've seen that like I've been all up and down the East Coast over the past few months, up into New England. It's just been nice being able to stay stationary for a little bit. So this has been a very relaxing week. I got a lot of prep done for Burning Man that I wanted to do. I don't know what the schedule's going to be for me releasing videos over the next few weeks, as I'm going to be pretty much staying in my daughter's house because she doesn't have shore power and it's August in Texas. About time to hit the road. Put this down here so it doesn't slide off. Put up the iPad, turn off my vent. Can't forget my shore power cord. I think everything's ready to go. Everything looks pretty packed up. Drawers are all locked. We'll go say bye to the folks and then we'll hit the road. Love y'all. Thanks for everything. Bye. Time to hit the road. Looks like it's about an hour and a half till we get to the terminal, so let's roll. Today is going to be a pretty heavy driving day because, like I showed you earlier, I got about another hour till I get to the airport. I need to pick up my daughter, and then I have to take her to get her car, which is at my brother-in-law's house. And then we're going down to where my daughter lives in South Texas, just a little south of Austin. So it's probably going to be about a 6-hour drive day altogether. You want to know how I know we're coming up in Dallas? We got traffic. That's how I know. Texas loves the Texas state flag. It's huge. I haven't had a lot of problems coming into airports in this van, but when I dropped my daughter off at DFW the other day, there's a lot of construction here. Sorry, she's actually calling right now. Hey, Kaylee.
I got my bag.
All right, very cool. I'm coming into the airport now. I'm gonna get my ticket, and then I should be at Terminal C.
Terminal C? I'm at Terminal A.
Oh, you're at Terminal A. I thought it was Terminal
Yeah.
C. Okay, that's fine. I hadn't got my ticket yet, so I'll go to Terminal A.
Okay, perfect. I'll be at the passenger pickups.
Cool. I'll see ya.
All right, bye.
Bye. Luckily, they have these truck bus wider lanes. Makes it a little easier to get in and out. Hello, Kaylee. How are ya?
Oh, I'm exhausted.
I bet. Say hi, Kaylee.
Hi. Oh, hello.
Gonna take her to her car and then move on to South Texas.
Are you following behind me whenever I drive?
As much as I can.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of what I was
You'll
figuring.
probably leave me in your dust.
I will. I absolutely will.
Last time we followed each other from the airport, she got to her house an hour before I did.
You're slow.
I am slow.
You're big and clunky and slow.
Everything situated back there?
Yep. We're all good.
All right, off we go. Kaylee's gonna get in her car and we're gonna drive to San Marcos. Say bye, Kaylee.
Bye, Kaylee.
All right, check in with you later. So I've been driving for about, I don't know, maybe an hour or so, just heading down towards San Marcos, Texas, which is where Texas State University is. So that's where my daughter lives, and also where my son is coming to next week, so I can move all of his stuff into his dorm room. Down in San Marcos, I'm just gonna be staying with my daughter, because if you don't know, it's hot in Texas. It's not a humid heat, it's more of a dry heat, so even though it's 102 outside, I mean, it's hot, but it's not that bad. I'm not gonna be driving around a lot. I'm probably just gonna be parking my van in her driveway and staying in her house, and I'll probably take the van out for another adventure, probably do another video before we take off for Burning Man here in a couple of weeks. I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it for this video. Here over the next couple of weeks, my schedule of getting videos out may be a little bit slow, definitely not on schedule, but that should all resume after September 1st, after Burning Man is over. Well, I plan on getting into more of a routine and probably have like a specific day of the week that I'm going to put out the videos. If there's a particular day that I should start scheduling my videos, let me know. It's probably going to be like Thursday or Friday as of now, but we'll see what happens. If you got this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. If you wouldn't mind clicking that like button and subscribing for more content like this, I would greatly appreciate that. I'm going to sign out for now. I will see y'all sometime next week. I don't know when. Thanks for watching.